Hello, kia ora, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks very much for joining us for our Monday weather video and the special update on extratropical cyclone Fili, which is heading towards the upper North Island. Here it is on the animated wind map for Monday. It is coming in close to the top of the country over the next 24 to 48 hours. May well make landfall in this northeastern corner before then moving out towards the Chatham Islands. So it's moving from the northwestern side of the screen to the southeastern side of the screen and will hug northern New Zealand, bringing a burst of heavy rain and of course those strong winds which will change direction across Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday as this system comes on through. So I'll try and make sense of it for you. Here is the animated wind map from the ECMWF modelling showing it passing through New Zealand across this week. This goes from today, Monday, through till Friday, and we've just got it on repeat, going around and around. So you can see that it comes right in close here to East Cape. That's around about Wednesday that it comes through. The exact timing, not yet known. And when you see the rain, the heaviest rain in the purple and reds, which come right through into Bay of Plenty, Hawke's Bay, Gisborne area, and then it dries back out. And yes, by the way, that is another low coming in towards Easter weekend. Not a repeat performance, but another low to keep an eye on. So let's move over to the GFS maps. These are out of the American government. Very similar tracking, almost identical. The ECM one may be a little bit further out to the east than the GFS one, but as you can see over the coming week, in it comes on Wednesday, moves through, burst of heavy rain, and then it's very quickly gone and followed by high pressure. So let's make sense of the rain, and we actually start off with the South Island, unrelated to the ex-cyclone. We've got a southerly change coming through with a burst of decent rain. So over on the west coast, the totals do get up to around about 100 millimetres, but the more important news is how much comes over into Southland, which is in drought, and parts of Otago very dry as well. So as you can see, we've got that kind of rainbow effect. The further you are to the west, the greater the totals, where we're talking about 35, 40 millimetres there, but out to the east, those totals drop down to 10 to 25 millimetres. Still welcome, especially after the rain that fell last week. And here's the next few days ahead for the North Island. Very obvious to see where the heavy rain is falling. The blue shading basically is up around that 90 millimetre mark and beyond. There could be over 200 millimetres for parts of Hawke's Bay, maybe Gisborne and Bay of Plenty as well. So the flooding risks, I think, are most likely around this northeastern corner of the country as we go through the next 3 days. The rainfall totals drop right off as you head towards the South Island. So let's take a look at the forecast for lunchtime Tuesday. There is the storm deepening as it moves in, ex-Cyclone Fili, and at the other end of the country, a southerly with some rain. So those easterly winds are going to strengthen as we go through the day, and by the end of Tuesday, it will be quite blustery. Here is the Tuesday evening wind map. So you can see that area here. This is the big windy easterlies. So Great Barrier Island, Coromandel Peninsula, and coastal parts of Northland will be most exposed to that wind. Auckland could get quite blustery as well towards Tuesday night, but it's not 100% locked in for Auckland just yet. We're still trying to track the exact centre and where it's going to be going. And look at the southerly moving in across the South Island with cooler weather for you. Let's go into Wednesday. So this is when the storm makes landfall or very close to it. Landfall is when the centre of the storm moves over land, which the GFS modelling is currently showing for Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday, any time on Wednesday. The models are still not sure if it's going to make landfall on Wednesday morning or Wednesday evening, but they do tend to agree it'll be in this area. And it may not technically make landfall if it goes just a little bit further out to the east. And that could also help keep the storm pretty intense. So very strong winds in this area here. I mean, they're blustery all around it, but the worst of the winds right near the middle in this zone. And then the heavy rain coming in around Coromandel Peninsula, Western Bay of Plenty, and then feeding into Hawke's Bay later on and spreading up along that eastern side, whereas it's very dry or mostly dry through central areas, but that rain could easily move down into Wellington. So this is one to keep a very close eye on. The timing's not yet locked in for Wednesday. And this is Wednesday evening, current thinking of where the worst winds might be in the pink and purple shading. So out at sea for the most part, but also parts around Bay of Plenty, the ranges going into Hawke's Bay, and then there's this other surge, a southerly coming up through Cook Strait, past Taranaki, and curving around into Auckland. So it is going to be a windy day. There'll be pockets where it's not so bad. Waikato doesn't look too bad for a time, but as I say, the winds will be shifting direction, which means everyone gets maybe a chance of some windy weather at some point. And this is how we look on Thursday. It is already out near the Chatham Islands, so it is rocketing away from us. It's not going to linger. That diminishes the rainfall totals around the North Island, but it could still be quite intense for a time as it moves on through. So let's go to the end of the week. Friday, high pressure is moving back into the New Zealand area for the long weekend, and to the north a new low pressure zone is forming easterlies into Australia if you're heading off there by any chance. And on Saturday that low in the north gets a little deeper. As you can see, for most of Saturday around the country, just showers at the bottom and a few showers at the very top, mostly dry in between. We'll be keeping an eye on this one. It might come in around Easter Sunday or Monday, but it's got a very big area of high pressure to contend with, so it might also stick up there to the north. That is all from me. Quite a lot to cover. We've got more information at ruralweather.co.nz and weatherwatch.co.nz. A shout out to the Alert Info team as well. They are putting out lots of updates. And to Met Service, thanks for all the warnings, which I think you're going to be very busy with over the coming days. And we've got those all live now on the Weather Watch website. That's all from me. We'll see you on Tuesday with our next update.